So as you know, Anime Adventure's last update released 5 new units, but 2 of them have risen above the others. And so today we're going to take both uniques into a series of tests and see which one claims the title as best unique of the update. And so our first test is pretty simple. We're going to bring both units into room 339 and see who can beat the boss the fastest. Now this boss is over 90 million HP, so it's going to be interesting to see who can beat the boss faster. And so to keep things fair, we're going to be using the same endless blade for both units when we test this. Alright, so we just loaded in, and the loadout is pretty simple, where we got Goku for airs and everything else to support Switchblade to see how fast they can kill the boss. Alright, so we just made it to the last wave, and the boss should be spawning any second, so we're about to see how fast this Switchblade can destroy the boss. Alright, so it's low-key cutting it close. I didn't think it would be this close, but Switchblade is still hopefully gonna kill the boss. Okay, there we go. So Switchblade did beat the boss. It did take kind of long, but let's see how Sakamoto compares to that. Alright, so now it's time for my boy Legendary Assassin to see how well this guy can cook this up. And of course, we're gonna have to put the Endless Blade on this dude now to make sure it's a fair fight. Alright, so we just maxed out Sakamoto with the idle buff, and the boss should be spawning. So we're about to see if this guy is truly stronger than Switchblade. Okay, so I can't tell yet, but it does seem like this guy is cooking this boss a little bit faster. Yeah, so Sakamoto straight up clapped Switchblade's cheeks on this and straight up demolished their score. So Sakamoto won the first test, but now it's time for the next test where we're gonna see who's better for early game. Now for modes like Infinity Castle, early game is hella important, so we're gonna see who has the most DPS within $10,000. Okay, so we're about to place down Sakamoto. We have the $10,000 and we're gonna see how much damage this guy is doing. So according to my calculations, this guy's doing around 66,000 DPS, so let's see how Switchblade compares. So after getting Switchblade to upgrade 3, it seems that they have around 58,000 DPS. And although you may say Sakamoto has more, if we do take that crit chance into account, I think it's fair to say that Switchblade would have slightly more DPS in the very least. So Switchblade took round 2 in this round that was definitely not rigged for a tiebreaker. And so the last test is going to be an infinite survival test to see who can last longer in infinite mode. And because I don't want to be here until GTA 6 comes out, we're only going to be using the unit and Irwin. Alright, so we made it into Fiend City, as I do believe this is the farthest map that does not have any airs. And now all we gotta do is see how far each unit can get. So after 104 waves, it seems Sakamoto is finally about to leak some enemies. Alright, so Sakamoto was able to just solo over 100 minutes, and now it's time to see how far Switchblade can get. Alright, so I would have thought Nagumo would have been dead by now because these units are getting so far, but this person has a massive range that they're still hitting enemies on the other side of the map.
20 minutes later.
And it looks like this run is officially over with just over 88 minutes. And you know what that means. And so the winner is none other than my boy Sakamoto. I appreciate you watching, and let me know who you think is the juicier unit.